Ah, yes, hello. Yes, 3 more days indeed. Well, let me try to get myself ready here. What a mess. Hold on 1 second. Ah, here we go. Hello. Welcome to another episode of Art with Mad Mel. I am the madman himself. Today we're going to be painting because it's Sunday, and yes, I got my hair cut. As you can see, got it all fixed up, ready for Friday. It'll look nice by then. But I'll tell you what, we're going to talk for a minute because I fixed dinner and I didn't get to eat because this computer and the software decided to update. So, I'm going to eat for a minute. I hope everybody's doing well today. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. Good Sunday. Try to get everything pulled up here. I hate that. Why is it that when you're trying to do something, everything needs to update? You know? Technology, guys. I tell you, sometimes technology just ain't teching, you know? Wow. Boy, news is wild out here. I was just looking at the news trying to get the page pulled up. There we go, now I got the chat pulled up. Good stuff. So I hope you mad ones are having a good time. Anybody do anything interesting this weekend? I'm gonna try to cram food in my face. Well, while you guys are doing that, so you might be asking, what are you eating? I made crock pot shredded chicken, my baked beans, well there it is, baked beans, and cornbread muffins. This one didn't have a good success coming out. It exploded. He said, I'm going to be a martyr. I want to show you exactly what I'm about. I am that man. You forgot who I am. And then it just gave up and tore itself apart. Why would food do that? And I said, man, I'm just hungry. It said, I didn't care. Always drinking water. Always staying hydrated. So, let me tell you guys about my weekend, or what was going on. Friday, like I said, I was out at Bluegrass Vape again. Had a phenomenal time there. Shout out to the guys there again for letting me come and hang out. Sold a couple of things. A lot of people didn't know around this town that there's an artist. You know? If I didn't, and you know, I know that sometimes trying to sell stuff, it can be, you know, it's one of those things like, how do you sell art, Mel? Well, art's like one of those things, is perception. You know, I see something that captivates me, yeah, or not. And I noticed this. Every single person that came in said that I have amazing talent. And you could tell that they wanted to buy. It's just, they came in and they didn't have what they needed. Hey Fox, how you doing? I got beans, but they're not the type of beans you eat. I couldn't get them. I tried, but they just didn't have any. But these are American baked beans, so they're beans of some sort. So, you know, not too bad. But I'm gonna show you guys some things. Another thing too that I found out, and I have a place on June the 8th in Pulaski, Tennessee. Damn, where are the Heinz beans at? Man, I tried. They didn't have them. Probably have to go to Nashville order them, so that's something I'm going to have to do, and it sucks, but yes, on the 8th of June, I tried to stream while I was there, but my phone wasn't acting right. It was just acting funky. But the 8th of June, I will be at the Pride Festival that they have in Pulaski, and I will have a booth up. So I will be selling there, and I got a large amount of stuff I want to be working on. So normal streams throughout the week, you know, even after, you know, me and soon to be Mrs. Mad. You know, once we do that, right? Then I'm going to be pumping out nothing but paintings every day. Paintings and different stuff. And I'll talk about, like, I got all these nice little things, you know, because, well, let's be honest. Who had a Pride Festival wouldn't want a big heart or a wonderful star to go on their refrigerator, right? Because these are magnets. These are those blop right on your refrigerator magnets. I got a bunch of little hearts. So the idea, since there are many different flags, I want to make each one of these a flag, right? You know, since I'm going to be at the festival, I need to do something that's going to be a part of what I'm there to sell. So I will have something, and of course I'll have the stars and different things, and I made a lot of cute faces too, because you guys know most of my art now consists of faces on them. So I got all the little cute doll faces, the little girl, like, female faces that I could possibly get. So we got little things like this one here, you know, it's a little cute little anime girl face. This one here, a little cute anime girl face. So I'll be doing stuff like in this little big-headed girl here, you know. So we'll be doing stuff, you know, maybe something interesting like, oh boy, look at that, like a heart with a head on it, you know. And I know you can't see much, but you see what I'm saying? Like, who wouldn't want that, you know, like on the refrigerator, boom. You know, little things like this, or the face itself, which I sold some of those, and a lot of people liked them. Some people were creeped out because, you know, you don't see, well, let's just face it, someone selling a whole tray of faces all the time, but, you know, they're hand done and people enjoyed it. So that was the fun part of my weekend. I got to spend some time with my soon-to-be new family. So today, which was good. Yeah, great time. So let me show you guys some art while I'm sitting here cramming my face and trying not to choke. And if I do choke, hey, it's for entertainment purposes only, right? So let's move on over here. Follow me. Look at that, we didn't go too far. So I'm going to show you guys a couple of things I've been working on. This is a new piece I just did last night. This is all blacklight, by the way. And I have a new blacklight coming, so that way I can display this a little bit better. It's like a flashlight, but you can see here, it's lovely. And the Mushroom Man, right? You know, you get to look at the Mushroom Man. That's what we're working on here, the last painting of this series. So I'm going to show you guys that in a minute. Of course, you know, sealed, finally. You know, I have these. This one here finally got done. Look at that sucker. Ooh-wee. Look at that. Does that make you, It doesn't matter how I turn it. I can turn it all the way like this. And you see he's still looking at you. So that's the beautiful optical illusion I made with that. Plus his brain glows in the black light as well. I did get this little lovely done. Almost like the same type of color scheme. Grass is all neon, the sun's neon, her hair is neon, the clothing. Look at that. That's anime-tastic. Look at that, boy. Yeah. So I'll be selling little things like this. You know, I got this nice girl here. You know, so I got a couple of these things. You know, all of these that you guys have been seeing over the past couple of months or whatnot. I had probably every single person that walked into that place wanted to buy this, but nobody did. But, you know, he will go. Nah. He'll go soon. So, yeah. I'm going to show everybody that. Damn. What is that? You enjoy that. Pride always fun to go to. I've never been. This is something new. You know? And it'll probably be a new experience. Because, you know, I mean, I've never. It's an interesting thing. It's an interesting thing and an interesting opportunity too. And you know, I feel like, everybody's got to have something, you know. And who's to say that you know, people who are LGBTQ plus. I don't know. I don't know all the things, but anyways, I'm sure they like art too, right? So, cheers. So today we're gonna be finishing up the last part of the Mushroom Man picture today. That's what we're gonna do, and to show you guys what's going on, which I don't know what's happening with this timer. I am so tired of that. Yeah, here's a little something, because I know, because they sent me feedback once, so I know that they know I'm using their software, right? So OBS Streamlab, I want to give you something here, okay? Fix your dadgum timer widget of how many people come in on the stream, okay? Fix that, please. Jeez, man, it's so hard. Not that I'm really worried about it, but I like to know how many people are watching. It's just my own thing. See? So, let me show you the whole itinerary. That's the last picture of the set, which I'm going to number these, right? So, if we had to start off, this one is number 1. I got to finish the bag. That's the last thing I got to do is his little satchel here. But this is number 1, right? That's the first one. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to redo this one. This one got a hole in it. How did that happen? Shit. Oh well. This one ended up getting a hole in the top. I'm not happy right now. It's got a puncture in it. Damn it. Anyways, that was number 2 in the set, right? This was gonna be number 3 in the set after he found the rabbit, which takes him to number 4. Which is the cave of wonder, right? And all these are black light, and this is when he runs into the creature in there. As you can see, all of this glows, the eyes, the mouth, all that green. So all of that glows with a black light. But a little neat thing, if this can be charged up, and this will glow in the dark if you charge that up. And then after all of that, then you have the, how the hell did that get torn? I don't even know what to do now. Now, it's probably, I don't even know if anybody even wants to buy this now because it is slightly torn. That's shit. Whatever, man. Can't ever win. Anyways, this one is the last one in the group. So I'll probably have to repaint that damn painting now since it's got a small hole. But anyways, I'm not going to let that bum me out. It's bumming me out, and I'm a little pissed, but, you know, what can I do? It's always some kind of shit, right? So that's what we're working on today. We're going to try to put him on here, and once we get him on here, then we'll be done with the whole set. So let's see. I don't think the tear is a problem. I hope not. I just, you know, it sucks that had to be a thing. But it's okay. We're gonna keep moving forward. Let's do a count. How many people are here still? Just say hey if you're signed in watching in the stream. Let's see. It adds to the monster. Oh. And it's in the fire too, so it's not like it's hey Duchess. I mean it's in the flames. So it's not like it's like a big gap. It's just a small tear. Truthfully, I think one of the 2 knuckleheads running around in here hit it, or I bumped it trying not to hit them. One of the 2. Who knows? But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw the Mushroom Man here, and he's going to be sitting on his rock, right? He's after everything. He's after all the journey, all of that. He's going to be sitting right here, right? And he's going to be reflecting on his whole trip, his whole journey, his whole experience. Boy, this DPI on this mouse sometimes, I'll tell you what. There we go. So I was just trying to move this to a different screen so I could see you guys when you talk. There we are. Alright. So first things first, let's get this stone. There we go. It's good so far. There we go. I'll put him with a new dandelion, right? Since that's what he was using to get where he was at. There we go. Nice. So far so good. It looks pretty good so far. Nice. Yeah. There we go. That looks good. Cool. So you guys probably can see it right here. That's where he's sitting, looking off into the sunset. Right. It's a pretty sunset too. I have to say I am throwing no shade at that sunset. There we are. Cool. Trying to think what else should we put here. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Just him by himself out there reflecting. I think that'll be nice. Let's see. Now we're gonna mix up this tone. There we go. See how well this works up against the against this blue. So that's the thing with these rubber. Still, I got some rubber brushes, trying to figure them out. You know, they're a little bit different, right? Something different. I know they're supposed to be useful, but trying to get it to move the paint is feels a little complicated. It doesn't really grab it like a normal hair or synthetic brush. You know, it kind of grabs the paint and kind of dispenses it around a little bit better. I'm not saying that won't. It's just a little learning curve, something different tool, trying to figure that out. There we go. You know, I think that's like anything, something different, trying to figure it out. You know, I think everybody deals with that at some point, dealing with new stuff. I know some people might be dealing with new people in their life, friends, maybe lost a loved one, maybe gained a child, you know, new changes, starting a new job soon, you know, get married, whatever the case is. Everybody's dealing with new adventures, right? New experiences, you know, and that's kind of the thing with, even with like using painting as an example, you know, you get something new, you get a new tool, learn a new technique, try to implement something new. I'm terrible about this. I'll tell you, like, you know, sometimes you get so used to bleak stuff that you don't look at anything good, you know. I'm a victim of that. You know, I wouldn't say I'm just cynical. Sometimes I have an over-realistic look at stuff. Sometimes I don't have a lot of optimism and things. Kind of like that brush I was just trying to use. It felt like, oh man, that was dumb. I'm gonna have to start over, or I may have messed this up. But the fact is that I just haven't learned how to use it yet. And that's the other thing too that I learned this week, is that what I'm doing, or this might apply to anybody. If you're doing something new, you can't expect to be perfect at it immediately. I struggle with that all the time. I want to be better than I was yesterday. That's my personal motto. I want to be better than I was yesterday. I don't want to be the same man that I was the day before. I want to be better than I was the day before. And that comes with a price. That comes with disappointment. And that comes with a sense of unfulfilled prophecy kind of thing. And I realized that that's kind of an unrealistic way of looking at things. I want to be better as a person. I can't say per se that everything I do is going to be better than yesterday, because some things are a growing process. As much as we would like to just say, no, it's not. This is what I do. This is it. Like, person to person sells of my own stuff. Hey, Skull Eater. Hey, Demetri. How you doing? Looked up on you. Thanks. Thank you both for being here. And anyone else who's watching. Yeah, I'm just sharing a little bit of my experience over the week, and maybe this might help some people. I realized that I was down on myself while I was at the store, because you know, anytime that you're doing something, you want to sell something. You want to be recognized for your achievement, what you're doing. And I'm not saying that I didn't. Many people were talking to me, people I didn't even think would bat an eye in my direction, right? And that was a wonderful experience, wonderful opportunity that, you know, I'm new to this town. I'm a walking ghost. I know people see me. I know they may have talked to me. They may know somebody I know, but I don't get involved with others. I usually just stay to myself. That's the type of person I am. I say to myself, not the fact that like I have social anxiety or anything like that. No, the worst part is that I am the life of the party, even though I don't want to be at the party. I'm the likable person in the room, even though I don't want to be in the room. Everybody thinks I'm the cool guy, but I think I suck, right? So your own personal perception of yourself is always slightly wrong, you know, sometimes. Unless if you are a narcissist or something like that, and that's a different thing. But that's how I usually run into stuff. And, you know, I try very hard to, I'm hard on myself when it comes to my work. When it comes to me selling my art or even doing my art. Like I go at it in a different way. I'm hungry for it. I'm hungry for the success with it. And you know, because of that drive, because of that push, this ain't gonna work. I need darker blue than this for this to show up, because it's going up against ocean. And I didn't think about that before I sat down here and started piddling, so I gotta give him like some neon denim jeans. But, you know, I'm hard on myself because this is what I want. I've been after this my whole life, and I have an opportunity for success with this, and I'm pushing hard because, you know, it's one of those things. If you want something, you gotta have to kind of grit your teeth and bear with it and push, right? And I've been told that my whole life, so I'm doing what I've been told, but obviously I'm not doing it right because I'm going at it so dadgum hard. You know, sometimes I burn myself out, and I'm trying not to do that. It's all balance, right? Everything's in balance. Everything's got to be in balance. But, you know, and that's something I learned while I was out there. I was just like, man, Thursday it was kind of slow, and I realized nobody was paid. Everybody's kind of just living their life, coming into the shop, getting their vape, getting their CBD, whatever the case that they're doing, whatever they're doing. And I'm just some Joe Schmo there, and I got bummed out a little bit, and I'm like, man, screw this. I hate, you know, whatever. Sulked a little bit on my way home, got a little pissed. And then, you know, the next day I was just like, I'm going to try to be better than this. I had to talk with some people, talk to the judges, talk to myself, you know. And, yeah. Finally, I just said, you know, whatever. And, yeah, I had to let that go. I had to let the anxiety of, oh man, what's going to happen, go. And I literally got out of the car and I just said, you know, some of you may or may not believe in what I'm about to say, and that's fine. I don't care if you do or don't. You know, everybody believes what they want to. I pray when, not just because I you know, I do it because of my own reasons, right? That's what gives me peace in my life. I'm not saying that, you know, oh man, he's one of those, you know, whatever. If you think that, fine, go on ahead. I'm tired of trying to sugarcoat that. That's what I do. That's what brings happiness and peace in my life. So that's on the table. You know, like it or not, that's what I do. So all I can do is just tell you from my personal experience. You figure it out from that point. But I literally just said, God, I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to try to have a good time, and whatever happens from this point, and I don't care. I just want to enjoy myself. I want to enjoy this opportunity. I'm not even going to think about it. If I sell anything, if I sell one thing, I'll be happy. And once I laid that down, and I kid you not, I went in there and I had a great time because I cut all that out, you know. And you know, I was happy with that. What's that? Mad Mel? Always be true to yourself. You beat up on yourself all the time when you don't need to. For real? Yeah, for real. I mean, you know, I do beat up on myself. Well, I hold myself accountable, right? Like, that's the thing about doing something for yourself. You have to be accountable for yourself. You have to be accountable for what you're doing. I go harder on it because if I was running my studio and someone was slacking or lacking, I'd be like, hey, what's happening here? You good? What's going on? You know? And when that happens to me, it's kind of the same thing. Because Mad Mel Studios is my thing. That's what I've created. I made this whole brand, platform, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I you know, and this is my thing. Not saying that it's my thing alone. You all being here is a part of that. We've all created this. You guys watching me making the content for you guys to watch. But, you know, at the end of the day, yeah, I mean, I'm just a normal man that struggles as well. And I want success. I don't want to be rich. I don't care about being rich. Rich has never really been a big thing to me. I want to be comfortable. Okay? I don't want to sit there sitting, oh God, why? Me, my life, shit, you know, money and all. I don't care about that. I don't care about paparazzi. I don't care about none of that stuff. If I could just sell my stuff and be happy, that's all I want. But you know, that's what I want. That's what I'm after. That's what I'm doing this for. But everybody does things differently. You know, that's what makes us all different and unique. And what I'm saying is this: sometimes we have to lay things down, and lay it down, meaning just, okay, this is what it is. This is what I'm going to do. This is the best I can do. No more, no less. And then just go about it. Just live your life and just try. And I mean, you know, it's good to have something to believe in. I mean, you know, if you choose not to, or whatever you choose to do, that's the personal. It's always a personal choice and a personal journey. There's other people on that journey too. That's why we're all in this like simulation. If you think about it, life is actually just a VR simulation. We're in physical bodies, which are avatars. We know that our conscious and everything is not of this physical realm. We all know this, regardless if we want to think about it or not. I mean, you know, they've scientifically seen that if someone dies, you lose 10 pounds. That's your soul, if you believe in that or not. Whatever the case is, it is there, you know. You know, so some things just, you know, some things don't match up all the time like that, you know. It's just, you start seeing the world differently once you start realizing that, and start realizing, hey, some of the stuff don't really match up with what I'm seeing. Then you kind of get in a flux, kind of like where I was before. But then I found what made peace to me, and everybody's got to find what makes peace for them. That's really what I'm getting at. Find your peace. Just find your peace. Everybody's got to find your peace, you know. And don't hurt other people in the process. That's the next thing. Let's see. Be accountable. Yeah, be accountable, but be open to not judging yourself. Let's see. We're our own worst and only judges. Yeah, I mean, that's true. We are our own judges. We think things worse than other people think of us. Like me personally, I don't like thinking of that, or talking on that. You know, a lot of times I think to myself like I'm a horrible person. Now I'm not like, oh man, Mel's over here sounding all mopey and depressed. No, I'm being real with you guys. Sometimes I don't think like I'm that great of a person. Sometimes I think I kind of suck as a human being. But other people think I'm a great person. I'm a good friend, you know, good friend, funny person, all these things. So, you know, and that's very true to me. True that we all have critical looks on ourselves. We all have this critical look on ourselves because we want to be more than what we're supposed to be. You're just supposed to just try to enjoy life and try not to screw over other people, and try to just be kind to each other. You know, just you do what you do and I do what I do. Hey, I like what you do, cool. You don't, then you push on. You know, that's what we're supposed to do. But you know, that world doesn't work the way that common sense dictates, right? So, and that's okay. There we go. Look at that. Little dandelion. I know that probably messed up some people that when I mentioned that I believe in God. I hate it for you. And you know, if you don't want to be around anymore because I said that, I mean, I get it. I mean, I'm not going to force anybody to not want to be around if you don't like that. That's cool. That's my own personal thing, though. Not trying to sometimes forget that no matter how many people do like me, I still have those who don't like me. Those who do. And see, that's important to remember. I always get caught up with myself, with I hate my... Let's be real. Yeah, you know, let's be real. I get like that too, Skull Eater. I do. I forget that, I forget about the people who care. I really do. Yeah, believe in what you believe. We all have different lives. That's true. You know, I know, I say that because I've had friends of mine get kind of twisted up because of it. They didn't like the fact of that, and you know, I don't see anything different than with them. I mean, you know, at one point in time, I probably was doing what they were doing. I probably was doing exactly what they were doing. I just found, I put it this way, I found that through my sickness in life, it got me closer to a faith, right? I'm not saying that the organization is different from what the faith is, okay? There are people who are part of these religious organizations who are more diabolical than some people who are not. You know, it's all about choices. You know, and if a person has an opportunity to get ahead by doing something shady and crazy, half the time they will. And let's face it made me feel like an asshole when I forget that I do have people who care, but sometimes I need to slap myself and wake up from that senseless self-hatred. Yeah, self-hatred is easy to fall into. It is. Self-loathing, hatred, all of that. It's very easy to fall into that mindset. It's very easy to fall into that way of thinking. I'm critical with it. Like as soon as that ball starts sliding downhill, I lose myself sometimes. I've been as angry with myself that I've destroyed art before because I was like, I'm no good, I'm trash. I'm never going to be anything. People think I'm just some big tall dumbass that should have been a ball jockey, should have been playing basketball, and I'm a waste of height. These are things that people have told me in my life. I'm a waste of height. You're not doing anything worthwhile. All these things, negative thoughts from people who ain't even worth a damn, right? But they told me this, and then it's like, oh well, this is an outside reflection, and I already have like a very deep crack in my personality from childhood and other things, you know, personal issues. And trying to get past that, yeah, it became very difficult. And sometimes it was one of those things that, like, maybe they're right. Maybe I do suck. Maybe this is bad. I did too, sadly. Lost a lot of art because of meltdowns I used to have. Right. I had meltdowns. I stepped away from art for like 3 years. I thought I was just going to give it up. But you know the one thing though, Skull Eater, is every time I gave it up, I couldn't get away from it. It's like a dope fiend. I would end up being back at it. I was always coming back to it. Couldn't get away from it. Then I realized this is a part of who I am. This is a part of my personality. This is a part of my existence as a human being. I don't know what it's for. I mean, leading up to everything in my life at this point, and us even talking here, who knows? It could have been all that stuff could have led up to just sitting here painting and talking to somebody. It could be us having this conversation and someone breezing through feeling like crap and not feeling like anything. Nobody loves me, nobody cares, my life sucks. Why should I be here? And they may come across this and be like, hey, I ain't the only person. There's this guy doing art and he's talking to people and he's suffering the same as I am and he's got an amazing talent. You know, it's hard for people to understand what's going on with you when they don't understand what's going on with them. And it happens sometimes. You can't be mad at everybody. I guess there was this video I saw where this guy said, don't contribute to malice what is nothing more than just plain old-fashioned ignorance. You know, paraphrasing of course, but that makes a lot of sense. And that's something, this is all just self-discovery I found out. You know, things I've been reflecting on that's really making more sense now. I have anger, I have bitterness from things I can't do anything about, and I'm having to learn how to let it go. And I figured I'm going to share it. Why not? Why not? You guys are here. You know, most of you sat with me for 12 hours. 12 hours of your time. You could have been doing anything else. Could have been sleeping. Could have been watching TV. Could have been doing whatever under the sun. But you sat here with me, watching me paint and draw and do all kinds of stuff. So I feel like, you know, we have a connection here. And I want everybody to feel that this isn't just like oh well, you know, he thinks this way or I think this way. No, we're all struggling in this thing called life. We're all struggling in this thing called life. We're all trying. None of us know how this shit works. And even the 1%ers that are up there on the top, they think that they're doing something. They're doing it wrong too. Nobody's doing it right. Everybody's literally, I'm going to put it the best way I can because I got to wait a little bit. But, you know, most people running around in life are basically like a bunch of monkeys trying to F a football, right? Can't find what to do, trying to figure it out. No, it's mine. Huddle up on it. And then they just over there confused, just humping it until it gives out, right? And then they tell us that's what you're supposed to do. Just grab what you're trying to work on and hump it until it gives out. And it's like, well, that doesn't make any sense. Then you're like ostracized. You know, oh, you're weird. You're one of those people. But you get what I'm saying. Let's see, Mad Mel. When we free our mind, we free our mentality. Just learning ourselves. We are literally tiny specks in the universe. We are. We're tiny in comparison to most things that are going on. We're tiny specks in the universe with the power of the atom. Think of that. We're like a bunch of Neanderthals with nuclear weapons. Imagine if you gave a bunch of toddlers a bunch of hand grenades in an RPG. That's what we are. We're a bunch of toddlers walking around. What's this? And then there's the pin. And then it drops. And then there's everybody in their little crib. And boom. And then it goes off. And then you got yourself a mess. Not saying that that's the thing. So chill out if you're watching. I'm not talking about putting hand grenades in a damn bassinet or something. But you get what I'm saying. Yeah. And I'm going back into therapy. I need help with life stress. And life stress, and that's the other thing too. Life stress, especially, we'll get to like workplaces. You got Susan or Jim, some asshat that's, you know, may or may not be happy in their situation of life. They may or may not be happy with what's going on. And then most people right now watching this stream are like, good God, I can't stand Monday coming. I don't want to be bothered with it. I don't want to be fooled with it. I don't want to deal with it. Why? Because there's somebody out there that's more miserable than anybody else, putting stress on other people for nothing more than just the fact that that's the only type of dopamine drop that they can get. They have nothing else going on in their life. And then they make stress for other people. And once they make stress for other people, they don't have accountability. Well, you should do this. You should do that. Well, I mean, that's fine. But let's just think here. You're in a position of power. You're beating down on other people, and you're beating down on them because you're not happy. What, your wife isn't doing something? Your husband? You thought that having 2 girlfriends was going to be a great idea, and now you're stressed out because of what? Okay, and then you're going to take it out on everybody Monday. I lost all my money because I have a sports book problem, and now I'm 10 grand in the hole. I'm gonna jump on Scott today and kick his ass because I feel bad. That's the kind of stuff that we deal with in our normal everyday life. Everybody's dealing with that, and there's somebody's got that kind of person that they deal with, and I'm sure. And the worst part is, you know, do a little self-check. I check myself all the time. What's worse than, oh man, I've never ran into that before, because you are the person that does that. Don't be that person. I used to do that. Now you might think, oh Mel, you don't know anything. You're just some damn artist. I'll put it this way. When I was a child, I was lanky and I was really thin. I wasn't even big. I was just kind of tall, real skinny. I had dorky. I liked Steve Urkel. I had his glasses, and I used to get beat up. I used to get beat up really bad. And I'm talking about, I got beat up so bad one time, I got punched out of my shoes before. Okay? I got punched in the head out of my shoes. I literally came out of my shoes, both shoes. Right? And there ain't nothing wrong with that. But then I gained size. And then I became the aggressor. And I started beating up on bullies and stuff. And unfortunately, I became really good at it. It became an addiction, almost like someone smoking cigarettes or drinking. Anytime someone was beating up someone, and then I found out that I enjoyed beating up on people. And then I realized, oh, this is how this works. I'm feeling bad. That means that I have an opportunity to do something to somebody else. Self-check word, yeah. You know, and then I realized, oh man, I'm out of pocket because I got addicted to it. You know, I'm feeling bad. Oh man, I don't like the way you look, and just snatch you up real quick. And then, yeah, you see how fast my hands move. That's how fast I would snatch someone. Just snatch you by the collar. Boom. You already and you see me. I'm 6'9", right? Like at the time I was a little bit bigger. But that's what I was doing. And, it's easy to fall into that. But we all don't have to be that. We don't have to be that thing that everybody thinks that we are. Oh, so-and-so's angry all the time. We don't have to do that. Sometimes we're victims of our environment, and that sucks. But, it's, you're not alone. You're not alone, And I just want you guys to know that just keep trying. Today may have not been that great, or you may have had a great day today. And if it did suck, then hopefully tomorrow will be a better day. And if you live to see tomorrow, the only thing I can say is don't do the same dumb stuff that you did today tomorrow and expect anything to change. Sometimes you gotta, and what I'm working on is forgiveness. I'm terrible about forgiving people. I'm a person that if you rub me the wrong way, that's it. You took martial arts. Yeah, I did. And that's the reason why that I took martial arts, because people were picking on me. And then once I gained that extra little buff of confidence and power, then I started going out there kicking ass. And, I was like the Robin Hood in my neighborhood a little bit. People who were less than, I would beat up on bullies that were messing with them. But then I realized, well, why do I gotta just do that? I mean, I can just be out here just kicking any ass I want to. And then I realized people didn't like me because they liked me. They liked me because they were afraid that I would turn on them. Then that's when I stopped. That's when I realized that wasn't a good thing to do. And I started having issues with people. Instead of having them around me because they were happy to be around me, they were around me because they were terrified what I might do. And I didn't like that type of person I was becoming. So I gave that up. But the other thing too, and what I was getting at about forgiveness, now this is hard, okay? I have a hard time trying to forgive people. And, people understand why hurt people need to hurt other people. And it's true. Hurt people do hurt other people. And all that is just literally a means to an end. But it's not a good means to an end. Because, some people do it and they feel something. Other people do it and they're just like, well, I can't get off of this train. I'm already here. I'm already exposed. I don't know any different. And see, that's the thing with me trying to forgive and forget. And I know it might sound dumb. Oh, you're going to do that forgive and forget mess? Huh, you doing that? Well, I found out the forgive and forget part is not forgiving the other person in the aspect of like, oh, I expect them to do any different. No, if you're doing something to other people and you're just doing methodical things to them, you're just doing methodical things to them. That's just what you do. That's who you are. But the thing is to forgive yourself from those people. And this is what I'm trying to work on new, is to just say, okay, you know what, I forgive myself for you getting close to me and doing nasty stuff to me, hurting me, telling me lies, manipulating me, making me lose friends, making me lose sleep, you taking money from me, you making me feel like I'm insane, or that you got so close to me that you ended up doing this. And I have to forgive myself for allowing you to do this to me, because I can't control what you do. I can only control how I can respond to it. And yeah, I ain't gonna lie, there's times that I'm like, that sounds like BS. I want to put my hands on it. I want to get even. But it ain't gonna do any different. It doesn't hurt them like it hurts us. It doesn't hurt them that, oh, you're having a bad time, oh, poor pitiful you. That's usually how those bums think. They don't even care if it's affecting you or not. You know what I mean? So, that's what I'm trying to work on. And I'm sharing that with you guys because somebody might be out there having the same issue, like I said before. And it's okay if you do. It's okay if you do. You don't have to feel like, oh man, I ain't no good or whatnot. I can't get right. No, you don't have to feel like that. Just try. And it's hard. It's not every day you gotta say, man, I forgive this person for being a dick to me. I gotta forgive this person for stealing my money. I gotta forgive this person for taking my wife or my husband or killing my friend, or my parents not loving me, or this person doing, and it's hard. I start naming this stuff on. It's like, screw them. I want them to bleed. I want them to hurt. And yeah, it sucks and it's hard, but you gotta do yourself a favor and just cut that mess loose. And I'm working on this every day. It's a due diligence thing. Like, I have to do this every day. It's not just today I'm doing it, tomorrow. And you're gonna slip. We all will, because we're human. We're not. This ain't the perfect race. This is something that we have to work at. But I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna hold myself accountable. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to let go of some of the dead weight that's been anchoring me for a long time. And I'll share what it is. I have bitterness. I've had friends do crazy, wild shit. Lie and manipulate. And I got one that I don't even talk to anymore because things went on that I wasn't happy with, and they won't ever acknowledge what was happening. They don't even see that there was a problem. I have a couple that are like that right now, and I know that this never going to make a difference to them. They don't care, and I got to be okay with that. I got to move on. So what's the best thing to do is a life well lived. So that's why I'm trying to be better every day so I can live a better life. Not out of spite, not because I want to be like, I showed you, I got even with you, I'm being successful. No, I want to live a better life to the point that if I ever run into them again, that I can be at my better life will mean that I'm not bitter with them, and I can live my life happily without them living rent free in my mind, stealing my joy. That's what I want. And if you're looking for that too, it's possible. You can have that as well. We can all have this. It just takes time. And I'm not a patient man at all, by no means. I literally am not a patient person. I have the least amount of patience probably on the planet. Out of every human being on the planet, I probably will be. If you look up in like an impatient person, it'll have my silly face on there, front and center, right? But forgiving yourself for what other people do, and you might say, man, I can't forgive them. They did something hideous to me. They touched something, or they did this, or they did that, or they killed this, or whatnot. And that's why I'm saying it's not an easy task. It's not an easy task. It's a hard thing to do. It's a hard thing to do. But they don't reap the reward. You do. You do. You get to free your soul of that burden. That burden on you. I don't know. I feel like this year is just a year of just letting old BS go, right? Just, if it ain't working, cut it loose. And I'm not saying like don't work at stuff like, I got a relationship, or I got a partnership, or whatever. I'm not saying just immediately give up on it. No. I'm talking about things that you really can't do nothing about. Like, I wish I could make Susan love me, or I wish Chuck would do this, or I wish that person, why won't my children come and visit me, or I wish my child could be like this, or I wish that woman could be my mother, or whatever the case is. I know that that's kind of far-fetched. Not everybody's dealing with that, but somebody might. That's what I'm getting at. That's ultimately what I'm getting at. We cannot make people respect us, but I sure will take myself out of contact and respect myself. That's all you can do. If someone's not respecting you, you can just remove yourself from them. I guarantee you, though, if some people, if they disrespect you because they want to see what your boundaries are and they want to push them. And then when you remove yourself from them, and especially if they ain't got no, and a lot of times people who do that kind of stuff, they don't have anybody in their life conducive. Like, you might be their only damn friend. That's the reason why they're acting out like that, because that's what they do. They do that. They're not happy in their life. They're not happy with what's going on in their life, and then they turn around and do crazy, silly stuff. Like, there's a guy I grew up with, right? And we used to call him, his last name was Frost.
like Deacon Frost, but his last name was actually like Frost. That was his last name. And that kid was a terror, right? And he used to give me a lot of grief growing up. He was the person that kept bullying me, and then eventually I had to find out that I had to stand my ground, and then after that it never happened again. Nobody ever did that to me ever again. But even after that whole fiasco with that man, you know, he still came. I found out he had no friends. He had nobody liked him in the neighborhood. You know, he had to live with his grandparents because something happened to his mother and a whole bunch of other stuff. So he was taking his anger out on a bunch of people. But when I found out that he didn't have any friends, I just let him go. I didn't really keep him around. If he wasn't acting that way, I might have. But you know, the damage was already done. That was the problem. The damage was already done. Couldn't do anything with it. I know that was whoever knows what happened to that guy, right? But we don't know. But the fact of the matter is, you got to be careful, because sometimes if you push, there could be somebody out there that could be a friend to you, but you know, you push, and someone might say, "I'm not dealing with it," and then there you go. Then you're alone again. So. But there's always a reason behind why people do stuff. They just don't methodically just do shit just to do. There's a purpose, a reason. They may not understand it, but there's something there. Oh well, anyways, that's all I had to say about that. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Hope I didn't kill the vibe. As the saying goes, hope I didn't kill your vibe, right? I like it. This looks good. There we go. Good talk. Thank you. It's just something that I wanted. I just talk. Some people may like it, some people may not. It's okay. I just know that's what I wanted to talk about, and and I don't even care if I get any static for it or not. I might lose people's subscription because of it. I don't care. I'm not gonna hold it against anybody. I put it this way: a lot of the shit that I've dealt with in my life and I was able to get past is because I had somebody out there at one point in time or some point in time in my life be like, "Hey, listen, man." And then they tell me something, gave me a piece of like real talk, and I feel like that's kind of how, I feel like that's something that's beneficial for all of us. We need to have that. I think that people having the ability to really talk like we used to is kind of just a gone thing. Like we don't get to talk like we used to, or be able to talk about stuff that makes sense, There we go. You gotta treat this rubber brush a little bit different. You can't just like bear down on it like you normally would with a normal brush. Like, it has to be treated a little bit different. It has a different finesse. Hey, yes, how you doing there, Sloth? Thanks for showing up. I thought about making a comic book about the Mushroom Man, but I was like, nah, I don't know about that. I don't think anybody would really pay much attention to it. I mean, there is a story to the man and why he's the way he is and everything, but, you know, like, nah, do I really want to do that? I don't know. I got a bunch of stuff. See here, the brush is grabbing, right? You see is grabbing the paint, right? So that's why you're getting, why this is looking different. But it's fine. I mean, I don't mind it just looking a little bit. Ugh, look at that. That's pretty, right? I like it. And now I'm going to give you guys a little something extra. Whoever buys this, right? You're going to get something a little extra in the clouds, because I'm putting this glow in the dark so you can have glow in the dark clouds at night, you know, if you charge it up. I like to add little neon things in my work. I think it kind of adds a little extra flavor, you know. There we go. I think this looks pretty good. There. And then we'll hit it one more time with the bright neon paint. And then we're going to glob it on here, right, for the sun. I want that sun to be profound and bright. That's going to be kind of the focal point. So when you, whoever gets this, when you turn on the black light, it's going to shine and shimmer straight through, right? And then you'll get the end of the evening kind of overhaze glow. That's really what I'm fixing right there. I'm just fixing that because the sun's acting stupid in that area. But it's also a grand opportunity to add some of this different color or texture to the clouds, right? A little bit of purple, you know, kind of just a little accent, not much, just enough so you can kind of tell what's going on here, right? There it is. There we go. Real subtle, real nice, kind of a cool feeling. You know, you kind of can see what's happening here with the whole transition of the picture. There we go. You see what I'm saying? Look at that. That's beautiful. I don't know about you, but I like that. Every bit of that's pretty. So that's it for this picture. Let me get that as close as I can. Here it is, the last one, number 6 out of 6. The end of the journey for the Mushroom Man. This is right before he takes his journey back home. So that's the end of it. I think it came out really well. I gotta let this sucker dry, right? You know. And I'm probably going to take some pictures of this so that way I can make some more, some prints. And it looks like we're at 9 o'clock. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad that you like that. So we'll do another one. There we go. I'm going to do I want to pick these. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So I got 4 of these. 4 of those little things. So this is the toad. That's number 1. Okay. That's the robot. Number 2. There's the little chibi Yakuza guys. Number 3. And there's the ninja. Number 4. You guys pick which one I paint next, because I need to paint these, and I figured why not let you guys pick it out. So 1, 2, 3, or 4. We'll let you guys pick, and if I get at least 2 or 3 of the same number, then that'll be the one that I pick. So out of these, number 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Whichever one that you pick, well, I'll look and see in the chat in a moment. While you guys are doing that, I'm going to eat before my food gets cold, which is probably cold. You like number 3? Okay. We got 1 for 3. Very nice. Thank you. So we got sloth for number 3. So we got sloth for number 3. Remember, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we got 1 vote for number 3. Anybody else? Now come on, Dimitri, you can only pick one. Which one, 2 or number 3? I know you want to pick 2 of them. I knew you would like number 2. I knew you would like number 2. I'm sure you're going to probably, you said 3? Okay, so we got 2 for number 3. We got 2 for number 3. One more vote comes down to it. Who's number 2? Okay. Alright, so we got 2 for number 3, 1 for number 2. Okay? So we're going to narrow that down. 2 for 3, 1 for 2. 2 for this one, 1 for this one. Who else is in the chat? Throw something up. Let me see. You're the decisive winner. And if it becomes a tie, I do both of them. I like 4. Okay, so we got 1 for number 4 then. So we got 1 for the ninja. Oh boy, we got a split room in here. 2 for this one. Okay, so number 1, the Toad Man is kind of just, he's just SOL. Throw him out. Break that one. Nah, somebody will buy it. You know, I live in a little country town. Somebody will be like, boy, I tell you what, I'll eat that sucker, as that thing eats his face. So, we're down to it. Well, 3. Okay. So I'll tell you what, we'll do 3. We'll start with this. Had the most votes for this one, so we'll do this one, and then if time permits, we may do these. I might just do. Would you guys like me to do some shorts for these type of pictures, like show it
like this, like let you see it, and then do some type of like wipe like that, and then come back again when it's fully done and be like, ha, this is it when it's finished. Would you like some time lapse? Because I ain't done no time lapse videos in a minute, right? So we'll do this one. We'll do that, and I'll do the other one since we did have the most votes for number 3, you know. But good job though, guys. Very good job. Ah, dadgummit, shit. Well, there goes my fork. I ain't eating no more. Why not, Mel? Well, let's just face it. I have 2 cats. I don't have a dirty house. My house is immaculate because I'm a obsessive compulsive person about dirt and filthiness. So, but they have hair. You like your shorts and time lapse? Thank you. All right. So, we got the boys here. Now we got to figure out what they're going to wear. What color of clothing that they're going to wear. So first things first, let's go on ahead and get that gray on the ground. So we can go on ahead and go. Oh, look at the Duchess for the win. Thank you. Came in clutch with another fork. Appreciate it. I'm still like a dork. I shoveled it into my hand and still ate it. Whatever. Being human is hard. I'm gonna make a shirt that says, I tried being human once, that shit sucked. Yeah. I'm gonna make a shirt that says that. I hope you guys are gonna like it. I might do some sayings or something. I don't know. That's fun. So, first things first, let's get some skin tone on these boys. I'm gonna go with this guy here. He's gonna be a little bit normal peach tone. Give this man some complexion. There we go. There it is. Ah, beautiful. This thing I'm using here is called a wet pad, right? Keeps my paint from getting dried out. Most of the time people use these for like models, like Warhammer models or D&D figures or something like that. I figured, hey, it said it works for acrylic paint, right? And it keeps it wet, it keeps it moist. I actually have left paint on here since I got this thing. I have left paint on this probably for like 3 or 4 days. Just the same glob of paint. I've been working off of it, and it keeps me from wasting money. I think every time I have to throw like a pallet of this away, I think that's, hey, how you doing? Hello, remember me? I do. Nazaville, thank you for showing back up. Glad to see you. Yeah, so I think you were here, what was it? Thursday? I think it was Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. Some of the days run together, you know. I'm glad to see you came back. I don't know if you've ever been here for one of the Sunday streams, but this is what we do on Sunday. But you guys are going to get more of this content because I have I have a booth at the Pride Parade, or not parade, but Pride Festival on the
on the 8th of June, which is funny. There was a Sundrop Festival too, same daggone day too. Well, like who books that kind of stuff? Like, oh well, yeah, you can have what you're gonna have, but we're gonna have a Sundrop Festival too, so you may or may not get that many people. So I couldn't be in two places at once, but I figured, I'll go on ahead and go there. Why not, right? So yeah, I'm doing some paintings to get things ready for that, and we've been sitting here chilling, having a good time. So everybody was voting to which new pieces that I wanted to do, and we went with number 3 because we had 4 pieces, and the votes kind of got split up. That's okay though. There we go. I might have to redraw that man's mouth, but that's okay. No. Yeah, I am. Actually, I have to redraw his mouth and eyebrows, but that's okay. I'd rather redraw his mouth and eyebrows than have to redraw his entire face. So, I'll take that. There we go. Yeah, I'll have to come back and just fix that piece of hair and some other stuff. Let that work. Venezia. I like that name, Venezia. What is that? Is that Greek? I may be wrong. I'm not sure. I just think it's interesting and a neat name. It's actually a very neat name. I've never seen that before. And if you made it up, that's even cooler, because that's cool being able to make up a name. But it may be something. It sounds like it's actually from somewhere. Either possibly Greek, Latin. Well, Greek and Latin are pretty daggum close. Not the same, but close, There we go. Oh yeah, and another thing, guys, you might want to look at your subscriptions. For whatever reason, YouTube's been doing that stupid mess again, where I've had people say, hey man, I got disconnected, or I've lost, I had to resubscribe. I hope they're not doing that again. But I'm just bringing it up because the fact that I've had it brought up to me, so I'm bringing it up to everybody. Just check it and make sure if the notifications are on. If you got to unsubscribe, resubscribe, and turn the notifications back on, please do. Because I can't get them to act right. They keep doing dumb stuff like a bunch of donkeys, and YouTube doesn't pay attention to anybody that tells them, hey, your stuff is acting stupid. So, they leave that up to us to try to figure out, and then they don't give us any help. So shame on them. Shame. Shame, shame, shame. Do better, YouTube. You can hear me. You watch all my stuff. I said it. Do better. Uh-oh. Here we go. I like this song because it reminds me of something I played in high school. Because I played the trumpet. Most of you guys may or may not know that. I do play the trumpet. Second generation trumpet player. My mother played before me. And I was in jazz band. Both in school. I did a little jazz stuff outside of school. I haven't done that in a long time, so I can't say, oh man, I can just jump right back into that, but yeah, jazz was fun. I think this would be more like I don't know what you would call it, but I mean the time signature is really interesting on this song. It's like a hair away from being funk, you know? What's this? That happened to me today. I don't know. I don't get any yeah. See, yeah, they're doing that mess again. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like that's the thing that keeps happening here. You know, that just means that we're doing a great job, and then they're trying to stop us. Shame on you. You don't want people to know that I'm on. Oh yeah, and another thing too, we almost hit 150 subscribers. I saw that today. I was really shocked. I think like at 148, 150 almost. Yeah, maybe a little bit more than that. I know it was up there. I'm really impressed with that. I just want to say thank you for those of you new that have subscribed. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching the content. Thank you for being a part of the show. Just remember, guys, Thursday, no show. Thursday, right? That's literally the day before I get married. So, you know, day before the wedding. So, yeah, no show. But, you know, I will be here Tuesday. Tuesday, I'll be doing our show. You know, I'll be here hanging out, having a good time. I'll tell you something that was really funny though. Like, I've been asked quite a few times now, like, am I nervous about getting married? I have to say, no, I'm not. I'm really not. I'm not nervous at all, really. I just never looked at it being nervous. Like, why? I think people who are nervous are people who don't. I would say if you know, some people may say, oh man, it's good to be nervous or whatnot or whatever. And it's like, well, to me, for me to feel like, oh, I'm nervous would be like I'm making a bad choice. Why would I be nervous about something that I made a good choice about? Like, it's like, man, I made a good choice to wear a seatbelt. Oh, hey, Simon, how you doing? I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I hope you're doing well. But yeah, it would be like someone saying, hey, I'm afraid of wearing a seatbelt. For what reason? You know, it's like, it's silly. But can't say I am. I mean, I'm really, I don't know. I mean, good God, I've had a emergency surgery that they basically told me I was going to doing. I understand that. You know, I've had emergency surgeries where they told me like, oh man, you're slim to none chance making it through. So I mean, you know, everybody deals with things differently. You know, not everybody deal with things the same. There we go. So this guy was supposed to be Krillin, and then I realized, oh man, this ain't gonna work for Krillin. Like, I thought it would because of the head, but then I realized, man, that ain't gonna work. Then I was like, I started playing River City Ransom again. I was like, man, you know what? Let me draw something kind of reflecting that a little bit, right? So that's what I decided to do with this. The good, that's good. That's good. That's all you can be, is just trying to be good, you know. Ain't nothing gonna be perfect. You just gotta try the best you can. That's pretty much everybody. Everybody's gotta try to do the best they can. You know. Like I was saying earlier on in the stream, you know, everybody's got something that they're dealing with. Everybody's going through something, dealing with stuff, and you know, you got to be able to, you know, everybody's dealing with something. Everybody's got something happening. Not one person isn't dealing with something in some shape, form, or fashion. So we're all in it. Nobody's dealing with anything worse than anybody else. I mean, you know, if you look at it in comparison, we're all going somewhere that we don't want to go, or dealing with something that we don't want to deal with at some point. You know, that's just the hard part of being human. But there's also good things too, so you can't just dwell on the negative. You gotta learn how to forgive people. You gotta forgive people for what they've done to you, and forgive yourself. That's what the whole talk was earlier. You know, some people may or may not like the conversation. That's fine. Not everybody's gonna like everything I talk about, and I'm not expecting that. Some people may feel some kind of way. Some people may think I'm talking about somebody or someone, and I'm not. You know, I'm just talking in general. It's just where your mind goes. And some people don't want to hear it, and that's fine too. But, you know, there are things that need to be said, some things don't. But I felt like it needed to be talked about, therefore we talked about it. So, you know, that's how we do here. And I'm trying my best to get this, like trying to hold this for the camera and trying not to mess up the hair. A little difficult, but you guys will bear with it. I almost got it though. See, I wish that those rubber brushes I got would do the same thing, but I think those are going to be used for something else. What time is it? 9:30? Okay. Still cooking away. So you guys have any plans? Anybody got any plans for the summer? Going to take vacation, going on a trip? Anybody doing anything? Or is everybody just kind of like, nah, I ain't doing nothing. I want to just sit at home with a plastic bag over my head and just lay in the tub. Which I wouldn't do that if I were you. I mean, there's many things you could do besides that. Don't be that man or woman. That's not good. There we go. The ear is always the hardest part on these things because it's kind of a nook in there, and then the brush wants to bristle out, you know. I want to test you guys and see how quick you are on your feet. Oh, let's see. What we got here? New job in a cruise, work. We ain't got no money to go on vacation. Who's we? Oh, you got somebody else with you that don't? Like, or are you talking? You ain't talking about yourself in the third person, are you? He's gone completely mad. Well, I mean, that's fine if you don't have the money to go on vacation. I understand that. Not everybody does. Some people do. You know, and it's okay if you don't. You know? Let's see. Yeah, that's awesome. The new job in the cruise is definitely awesome, Duchess. That is going to be fun. And you said work? Are you working at a new place, Skull Eater, or are you still doing the same thing? Because if you're doing something new too, that's cool as well. If anybody's doing anything new, that's cool. Oh man. So this didn't set well. There we go. Ah, nice. Ooh, I missed his mouth. I almost hit it. First actual. Oh, nice. Congratulations on your first job. I remember the first job I had. What exactly are you going to be doing? If you don't mind me asking, Skull Eater. That's exciting. I know it could be a little nerve-wracking too. Now we got something. I'm interested to see what did you. I wonder what do you guys think Skull Eater's first job is? Before you type it in here. Let's see. Come on, Mad Ones, get involved. Oh, he's antsy. He's looking. He's staring over here. He's looking over here. Stop grimacing. The man's over here grimacing. He wants to know. Put it in the chat. What do you think that Skull Eater's first job is? Let's do a little game. Let's see. Guess what Skull Eater's first job is, and then Skull Eater, you tell us in a moment, if you don't mind, what you got. If you want to share. If you don't want to share, that's fine. You don't have to. Nobody's forcing you. Nobody's telling you it's a prerequisite that you have to. You know, it's all by your choice. I'm going to say myself. This is what I'm going to say. I'm not going to be cliche with your department store. Okay, that's a good one, Duchess. I'm going to say we'll say like a sporting goods store, like Hibbett Sports or Bass Pro Shop or something like that. You know, maybe like Champs. That's what I'm going to say. I want to say like a no, she already said department store, so that would take that. And I'm not going to be cliche. His first job is selling insurance. Okay, look at you, Demetri. Got right in there. Okay. I'm not going to be cliche and say like a restaurant. I want to move past that. I want to say call center. There we go. I say call center for you. This is going to be interesting. Anybody else? Who else is playing? Don't be a sucker. Come on and play the game. I am really interesting. I guess anybody else want to throw something up? Anybody else? It is a restaurant. Ah, that's good. I guessed it. Ah. There you go. Very nice. Well, I will say this. Enjoy the experience. Don't take everything so hard to heart. You know, learn what you can. There's going to be people there you might have as friends. There's going to be people there that might suck, you know. You're going to be dealing with different people, different attitudes, different mindsets, people that are going to be there for one reason or another. The only thing I'll tell you, Skull Eater, is get your experience, make that money, be smart, find something to invest in. Don't just blow it all on, you know, video games or whatever, buying skins for hell divers or whatever the third. Actually find something to invest in. Find something to put your money in. You know, You know, just a little bit. You can invest with like $100, $200, but yet again, you may be in a position where you're not able to, and that's okay. If you're not able to, that's fine. But you know, just you know, this is good. I like cooking. Let's see. Let's see what you say here. I'm so nervous, but I really want to get good. You know, I like cooking. That's good. And this is a good opportunity for you too. You know, learn what you can. That's all I have to say. Just learn what you can. And you know, especially working in a restaurant, there are going to be days that it's going to be slammed. You're going to get some people that don't even know how to tie a Velcro shoe that's going to be complaining about their food is some kind of way that they don't understand. You got to get past that, man. It's going to suck with that. But you'll be able to get past that, Scullier. I think that you'll be all right. You know, and once you get that under your belt, then that'll also teach you some leadership skills and some other things, how to deal with customers, how to deal with, you know, people, and that's also because people are working in the food industry or in a restaurant. You get to find out how people function and how they work and all that stuff, and you know, it's kind of like a social experiment that you get a paycheck at. So I'm happy for you. I hope you the best of luck with it. I hope it all works out for you. I hope you the best success. That's good news. That's good news. Let's give him a round of applause. I'm happy about that. That's something to be happy about. I have a lot of choices. Cool. So I hope it goes really well, and you come back years on as a big show. Who knows? The mad artist. Yeah, that's right. Who knows? You might be. And I tell you what, if you come back and you are a big chef and you got your own restaurant, I tell you what, for you being a mad one early on, I might do something for your restaurant. And you can hold me to that. I'll be happy. Just let me and the Duchess come by and eat sometime. I think that'll work. This has got to dry. His face has got to dry. I didn't realize there was so much going on there. Yeah, that's great. I'm happy about that. Anybody else got something cool going on? If you do, that's cool. If you don't, hey, that's all right. You know, I just feel like when we're here, we should cheer on the happy as well as the sad. You know, we don't dwell in the sadness, but we talk about it. And when we got something good to be happy about, we cheer about it and be excited about it. You know, because that's how you grow. That's how you grow as a group. That's how you grow as a community. And I feel like this is more than just a YouTube show. You know, some dude painting. I feel like we got a little bit more than that. I feel like we're getting connected here. We got a little bit of a connection here with each other. So I'm proud. I'm happy. That's good. Good show. Good show tonight. I'm trying to figure out what to paint this guy's outfit with. We're gonna set that mess there. Okay. I think we're gonna go still with the dark blue because this is based after like Japanese clothing for high school. So I think I want to do this guy's pants blue. All their pants are gonna be uniformly blue. That's what we're gonna do, the dark blue, right? So we can just cut that middleman right out. So we're gonna do that. Cool. Good stuff. Man. I'm really excited about today. Today's turned out to be a good show. I have to say, it turned out to be a really good show. I thought for a minute, like when I was getting ready, I was like, man, I hope today's going to be a good show. And the Duchess just said, yeah, you'll have a great show. And I like moments like this when it just, you know, we all get together and have a good time, and we just get to hang out, you know. So you see the difference between the rubber brush and the original brush that I was using, right? Like I can move the paint a lot easier with the rubber brush. Oh, let's see. We are the Mad family members. Yeah, you guys are all part of the Mad family. We're all crazy in here. We're all slightly off, and it's fine. Then I know someone might be like, "I'm not crazy. I'm not off." Yeah, you know, if you like any of my work, you have to be a tad bit crazy. I mean, you can't just be in here watching this without being a little off. Damn. What you saying damn about? What you saying damn about there, Simon? Simon says damn. Yeah, now you see the difference. Like, that's the difference between the brush there and then that rubber brush, which I gotta figure out what to use the rubber brush for. There's something that I can use it for, but it may not be this. It might be a different project that I can use it on. Still not saying that it's a waste, because I don't feel like any artistic tool is a waste. You just gotta figure out what to use it for, right? That's like anything in this world, you know. If you got something, you gotta figure out what to use it for, you know. Hot damn! Look at those pants. Let's see. Simon says, "Yeah." What else does Simon say? We're gonna play. Simon says what? Simon says what? What are you saying, Simon? Come on. We're gonna play Simon Says now. Simon's in here, so we're gonna play the game. Simon says what? I know I'll put you on the spot. It's okay. See, here's something I'm gonna tell you guys why I do this, okay? And you guys may or may not understand this, but there's a thing called engagements, right? And apparently to get this channel and us to get higher up, right, we got to have engagements in the chat, because apparently that's like a big thing with them. Not my doing, it's their little dumbass game, right? And we're just playing the game. You guys enjoying me, and I'm playing their game because, well, let's just face it, you know. Who said that we can't be as big as Mr. Beast or any of these other bums that are doing stuff? We can do stuff too. We can have a great fan bases. Who wouldn't want to say I'm part of the top 150, 200 people? I'm part of the first 500 that started off with Mad Mel. You know, like the OGs. Like you guys get to be part of that echelon. Not everybody gets to. You know, you guys get to though. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I mean, you know, you got your flex though. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, I've been watching Mel. Yeah, right. I've been watching him since day one. A1 day one. I've been watching him since da da da. I've been on there since yada yada. You know, and you can do that. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna laugh at that too. That's fun. Yes. Let's see. Simon says, I hate the West because now I'm messed up. Wait a minute. I hate the West because now I'm messed up because it's about to be 8 p.m. Oh, man. I got you. I'm a fan. We're part of the rare few who will get to visit the warehouse when we get one. Yes. Yes, that's right. The warehouse with all the dummies and silly stuff. I understand. Being in the West Coast, yeah, because over there, 8 p.m. here is 5 p.m. there. I get you. Yeah, it's always weird. Hell, think of it this way. At least you're not in Hawaii. It's still like, what, 5 in the afternoon right now? Yeah, it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon in Hawaii. You know, it's almost in a different place. But yes, I agree with you, Slav. Yes, it'll be I was there when he had the warehouse, and we were there, and we were throwing CPR dummies against the wall and making wild yeah, that kind of stuff. And yes, that's another thing too. I want to get a CPR dummy full of paint. I want to fill it full of paint and shoot it with the shotgun and spray that mess all over a canvas and call that something. You know, just wild stuff. That's really where I'm going. That's, if anybody wants to know where does Mel want to go in the next couple of years, I'll tell you. I want to be able to have a facility, a warehouse, a shack, something with enough space that I can get big canvases and do crazy stuff, right? Like put a canvas on the wall and peel out on a bunch of paint and spew it all over the place, you know? And call that something crazy like whatever. Something out there, you know? Actually have a physical, Yes Institute for the Artistically Mad and Insane. And we get in there and we just make crazy art. That's it. Listen to good music, eat, and just throw paint all over the place. And I know it sounds like, oh man, that's a pipe dream. I got, I say that to say this. The world's always going to be a mess. The world's always going to be a mess. Okay? There ain't nothing that we can change with that. This world is always going to be a mess. It's always going to be something. But the one thing that the world can't take from us, not yet anyways, that's the ability to just laugh in their face and just enjoy yourself. Don't take yourself too seriously. Yeah, you got to do stuff. Yeah, you got to work a job. Yeah, you got to deal with ass hats at your job, or you're starting a new job and you're not sure what's going on or what to think, and but the one thing is that at the end of the day, hey, you gotta have fun. You gotta try to enjoy your life. Gotta try to enjoy yourself. Yeah, real. Heard that. But that's the thing though, man. That's why I do what I do. I do what I do because I like you guys having fun. And I don't take myself that serious. I don't. I told one of my friends this. I think Sloth was there when I was talking about this, because it was brought up, like, what would I do if I ever had like MTAC or MegaCon or something like that. If I went to a con, what would it be like? And I'm like, man, I would be a menace. I would just be there talking all kinds of crazy stuff. I would come out there talking yes, and everybody else would be saying yeah. It would be wild. It would look like some kind of something nobody's seen before. Why? Because I don't care. And the same thing with like my comics and all my stuff I write. Like, like what's the inspiration for that? I don't know. It sounded cool, right? Like, what happened to just like, oh man, I'm like, okay, for example, I'm watching X-Men 97, and I see somebody do something, and I know exactly the reason why they did what they did in the show. Because it looks cool. There was a scene where Wolverine was slicing up a bunch of robots in the air, chopping them up. What was the purpose of that? Was that slowing them down? No. But was it cool? Hell yeah, it was. Watching him fall out of a plane, chopping up stuff to the ground. Yeah, good and well he's going to be mangled, but it's cool though. What difference does it make? Have fun. And I'm glad that the newer generation is starting to pick up on that of man, I just want to have a good time. I want to have fun. I'm not worrying about all the extra stuff. Just enjoying yourself. I'm with that. Since this has got that funky 70s sound to it, can you dig it, baby? I can dig it. I'm going to bring that back. Yeah.
To live in this world today, one must be mad. They're, oh, you know, oh. did you? I get what you're saying. To be one in this world today, one has to be mad to survive, and I understand that. And that's true to a degree. That's true to a degree. Oh, by the way, did you see that we as a society can't have jack shit? Mind you, they had this thing in New York where you could look in like from one country to another and see people in real time, like a video display, and someone had to show their boobs on there and they took it down. See, nobody can have anything good. They were like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, I can someone can see me? What if I show them my breast? And they did. But here's the funny thing. Someone also had a stream with porn on it for like eight hours straight off of that thing, and nobody did anything. But the moment that they see a real boob, they shut it down, right? And I was like, man, what is this? That's silly. But, you know, that's too much. But I get it. Nobody wants to, you know, you're out there with your family walking around on a vacation. Oh, man. And, you know, and then all of a sudden you get random flashing there downtown, you know. And I know some of you might be like, I don't see nothing wrong with Mel. I mean, you know. But, you know, there are children around, and there, you know, some people don't want to see that. I get it. You know, we got to just respect the space. That's all it is. You know, some people might be like, I want to see that. But, you know, you got to respect the space. That's a public space. You can't just be showing your stuff out like that. Or maybe you can. I don't know. I ain't one to be running around doing that. I ain't showing my boobs. You ain't getting no free show from me, baby. You're gonna have to pay for that. You ain't getting no top shot without hitting that bimbo, right? I saw that. It was so stupid. She flashed to dozens of people who could have been kids or teens. What a disgusting individual. Nobody don't want to see that mess, man. I mean, you know, like, there's a time and a place for that kind of stuff, man. Like, you just can't just be, and not everybody, like, what if there was something wrong? What if she had a breast that looked like a tumor? It had like fingers on it or something. Who wants to see that? Huh? Nobody's talking about that. What if you got something like that? Like, oh man, look at that, and she can pick up a can off of someone and drink it because it comes right off because it's a hand on top of her tit. Like, what? Nobody wants to see that. Keep that Kawato looking mess away from me. If you don't know what Total Recall is, watch the first one. Don't watch the second one. That one's trash, garbage. I'd rather watch someone put a whole. I'd just rather watch something else. I mean, that was kind of predictable, though. Eventually, some freak comes. Yeah, I mean that's usually most stuff. You get some, and that's why I call these people ass hats, because they literally just put that duh on their head and they're like, you know what? You know what? You know, and then they get those dumbass ideas that are half baked that they're not really even paying attention to, and then they out here doing crazy stuff, and then we can't have anything good because they're out here doing crazy stuff. And then the first thing they always say, well, I didn't know. Yes, you did. You can't play dumb with me. I know what you're doing. So you guys are getting it. See, this is how people used to talk. This is how our society, how people used to conversate. We used to just talk. We weren't afraid like we are right now. We're talking like this is how people supposed to communicate. And I like it. I like the fact that we haven't lost that. Not yet anyways. And, you know, keep talking. Don't ever give that up.
Silent complacency is dangerous. You know, be loud. Be loud, be heard. Don't be obscene. You can be loud and be heard without being obscene. You know. But it is sad though. Like, we can't have anything good. Nothing good. We can't have nothing new. Like for example, okay, robot dogs. Let's just do this before we get off of here. We got like a minute before we get ready to go. Let's see. To be honest, porn is just a whole cesspool of no human respect. Yeah, I mean, it's a dangerous thing. Porn is a dangerous thing. It hijacks your brain. It makes you think like, I can't. It locks you in a way that is diabolical, and that's the way that it's made. It hijacks that sensory, and then you get to a point where, unfortunately, I know the new term of goon. You start gooning, right? And then you become a fiend, and then you can't get away. And then next thing you know, like, I know a dude I went to school with who was a chronic, you know, self-manipulator. He has carpal tunnel in his left hand now. Like, his left hand has carpal tunnel. And it's not from work, and that's really sad. I kind of miss the times when bodies were seen as beautiful and respectful, but now it just seems it's just a mess. Apparently it has the same effect as drugs. Yes, it does. It affects your brain the same. And I mean, yeah, there's nothing wrong. Listen, you see me time and time again. Oh boy, hold on. Ah, there it is. It's 10 p.m. But you guys have seen me time and time again draw beautiful women, you know? And there's nothing wrong with it. I think women in the female body there is nothing on this planet that can compete with how the female body looks. I mean, that's the reason why I draw them all the time. I cannot. Every female body that I've ever drawn is completely different, but it's based off of something that I've seen or a mental image. And yes, it used to be beautiful. Now it's just, you know, it's kind of just like throwing sloppy Joe meat on a plate with breast. You know, it's like, here it is, and it's like, God, man, like, what's happening here? You know, I don't know. I like watching documentaries of several human. Yeah, I do too. I watch documentaries about stuff, about human behavior, about, you know, addictions. Addiction is hard. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. At one point in time, I was a borderline functioning alcoholic, and I think every man has at some point has been borderline or close to having a porn issue. I firmly believe that. If you haven't, that means that you are doing something different in your life. I myself is included, have been at some point. I ain't gonna lie. You know, at one point in time in my life, thick ass was really, really diabolical and destroying me. It was. When I was younger, early 20s, you know, barely even know that's all I was thinking about. Just ass all the time. Ass. That's, you know, couldn't get my brain off of it. And then one day it just, I don't know, like one day my brain just didn't work the same. It just didn't work the same. Things just wasn't, I'm not going to get TMI with it, but just things weren't working right. Nothing, I got bored. It was so boring. And then it was like, when you get to that point, that's when you start stepping into that other threshold of really dark shit that you're going to look at. And I can see that. I have friends who have told me, like, man, I'm looking at wild, crazy stuff now because I'm desensitized, you know? And it's okay if that happens to you, but it's one of those things. If you see yourself slipping into that, try to get some help. Try to talk to somebody. It's okay. More people than not have that. What's even worse is females who have chronic issues with that, with, you know, porn. I know some females that have it, and I had a friend. I don't talk to her much anymore now because we kind of went our separate ways. But when we were in high school and stuff, she had a problem. Always. I thought there was something else going on, but it turned out that was just something that was going on with her. And you know, it's bad when that can take over your body and your mind. It's literally, it hijacks you and tells you this is what you're doing. You can't do nothing else. You know, kind of like the booty warrior from the Boondocks. You know, it's more important than water, more important than food. Some people can be. Some people it can be. They just, you know, they get locked in, and then they just, it's sad. And I'm not making fun of anybody that may or may not have that issue. If you do have that issue, you know, I'm sorry that you do. And there is help out there. And it's not over. Your life isn't over. It's just you're in a spot that needs to be retrained and reprogrammed. And you might be like, well, that's easy for you to say, Mel. You got somebody, blah, blah, blah. Even when I didn't, I realized that, you know, if you, and I'm gonna read your comment there, Skull. Here, just give me a second. When you realize, I've been over here smoking baloney all day, and I ain't done nothing with my life. My whole day is gone. You got a problem. I draw a lot of bodies myself, but I admire them because it makes me feel like I can improve and get better with anatomy. But sadly, I have to hide them because I'm still with my parents. I understand it makes me feel like, yeah, I get that. Still haven't moved out, but yep, I really want to. Well, it takes time. It takes time, Scullier. It does. You know, and in today's day and age, you know, you're gonna have to have a roommate or two to be able to survive. I think in most places you have to make at least almost $2,000 a month just to barely. I think it's like $2,400 in some cases for an apartment, you know, a month to be able to survive. So I mean, you know, it's okay. That's all I was saying, man. Just save up your money if you can. I know it's going to be enticing to buy new stuff or buy something else. And if you do buy something, you know, not to say like be an old stickler and be like, don't spend none of your money. I mean, you're working for it, you know. And we live in a capitalist society, so we are designed to spend. That's how our world works. But make sure that you get something that, you know, if you're going to spend your money, spend it on something that could be beneficial to you. Like, majority of the time whenever I spend money, it's usually either paint or brushes, right? You know, I bought a big, look at this, man. I bought a 5-pound box, right? Create a good budget. See, the Duchess knows. She's got me on a good budget. Budgets work, definitely. Look at this big old sucker right here, right? This is air dry clay. I bought a box of this stuff, huge ass box of it. It's like 3 pounds worth of clay. But it's an investment. You know, that's the thing. I draw a lot of things, but drawing people is one of the things I'm pretty good at. That's good. That's good. You know, and there's nothing wrong with that. Some people can't draw anatomy. It took me forever to be able to draw hands. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Sometimes I still suck at it. That's why I do the little balls, the little Grand Theft Auto 3 balls, like for their hands. I shortcut, yeah, but I mean, sometimes I struggle with hands and feet. And that right there is still something I work with. I mean, I found new techniques to be able to do better, but a lot of times, yeah, I run into that. There we go. There's only so much I can do with this right now. And we already hit past that 10 o'clock mark, guys. I can say we've had a great time tonight. I've had a blast. I hope you guys have too. I like it. Yeah, that's a good question. Do you share your art? I would like to see some of your stuff. I would like to see some of your work. I am very interested in seeing that. And that goes for anybody else on here that's also on the stream. If you got something that you'd like to share, I think I should just do a post something. Gotta find a way to be able to do more for you guys. I know I talk about, oh man, I'm gonna get something going, but like I said, I didn't think things were gonna pick up as fast as they have been picking up. So, you know, be careful what you ask for. You know, be careful what you ask for, because one day it will come. You know, you're going to say God, universe, however you want to put it. But When you throw it out there, believe me, it will boomerang back. Okay? Twitter, Instagram, and such. But that's sort of different because those accounts are mostly for fun. I got you. Well, I'll tell you what, just keep a lookout. Like I said, if I get a free moment or if I don't forget, because a lot of times, I'm near, I ain't gonna say I'm near 40 and I'm losing my mind. I mean, obviously you guys know I'm insane. I mean, shit, let's be real here. You guys ain't coming here because I'm just some run-of-the-mill normal dude, right? So if I can remember it, I will put a post. Actually, let me just write it down here, so you guys will see that I'm keeping accountability with this. Here, notepad, right? Notepad, right here. Moving this out of the way. There's notepad. Let me get that pen. Let me get that pen. Here we go. Make post on YouTube page to share art from Mad ones. There. See? I got it. Spelled like shit, but whatever. It's on paper, right? And it sits right here in front of my computer, so I see it all the time. That and everything else. Let's see here. See, kind of embarrassing. Not really. Don't be embarrassed. Ain't nothing to be embarrassed about, Let's see. Warning, my accounts are overrun by stuff by the band Korn. Listen, I've been a maggot since 1999. Do you know what a maggot is? I'm gonna let you. Since you said still a 2000s kid, even if I'm an adult now, I understand. What do you know what a maggot is? Not the bug. Do you know what a fan of a certain band is called maggots? Do you know what that is? Because I've been a maggot since '99, hardcore. Up until their 5th album. Once it got to the 5th album, okay, good. Yeah, I was rocking with those dudes for a long time. I've been a fan of Slipknot since '99, before they even became a hardcore, full-on band. I heard their EP. I've been listening to them for forever, right? So don't feel bad. I mean, I'm almost look, dude. Slipknot as well. Yes, indeed. I mean, Man, I still got my original trench coat. I got my tag somewhere that I used to have. I mean, look at this. That's my gas mask. I'm an industrial kid, right? I mean, look at these spikes. Look at this shit. Look at that. These spikes are, I stab myself with these all the time. I wear this. This is what I was wearing at the club. Like, I mean, the thing is this. When people say grow up, that means to conform. That means don't be yourself, because I can't be like you. I'm jealous. I want you to be less than, so I don't feel like crap because I sold myself out. So don't sell yourself out. You can still be who you are. You don't have to give up. The only thing that I tell you to do is grow. Let your personality grow with you, right? We may not be running out there with the trip pants and the chains, right? Or running around with the cargo shorts with the dog chains on our pants, jumping around in mosh pits and acting crazy like we used to. We may not do that. I don't as much, but I still am with it, and I won't ever stop. I dress it up a little bit now because I have to sometimes, but other than that, I'm not hitting the club like I used to. But I'd be damn sure to tell you if someone said, "Oh, you're a poser," I'll hit the shit out of them. That's for damn sure, I'll tell you that. Because you know why? People equal shit. That's a damn good song, And I was left behind. Duality. You know? And these are names of songs too, guys. So that's why I'm saying that. Who cares? Nobody's going to get upset about that. You know? Nobody's going to get upset about that. And if they are, then so be it. You know? They don't need to be here. They don't need to be here. If you are a queer kid and you enjoy being here, then cool. If you can't be a mad one and enjoy the people that are here, you shouldn't be here. This ain't a place for you. If you got a problem like that, then don't be here. That's what I'm saying. I ain't got a problem with you at all, Skull Eater. I'm happy that you're here, and I hope that anybody else that may be, whoever you are and whatever you are into, if you're not hurting yourself or anybody else, you know. Everybody's got to find their path. As long as you're happy and healthy and you're not hurting anybody or yourself, then, you know, and you're not being manipulated into what you're doing. Because I'm saying that, because that's a thing. We got to cross that. Hate is no energy. That's right. And we don't deal with no energy in here. No people have to go. No means you go. This is a yes facility. This is all yes. This is not a no facility. So we don't deal with that. So you're in good hands. You're in good hands. Because they don't want to be put in a chair and let the man get a hold of them. What is that? Oh. Yeah, see, he doesn't even like it. He doesn't like it. Yeah, he doesn't deal with no behavior. If you start with the no behavior, you get to see this man, okay? You get to see him, right? He'll come into your room, right? And then he'll crack you in the head, and then he'll drag you to the facility, and then you'll wake up in that lobotomy chair, right? And then I gotta come in there, and then I gotta talk to you. Oh, I see that you're new here. What happened to you? You're full of no. And then that's when the electrodes go into your head, and then we turn you on. Like when you hear the show start during the week, there's always somebody that ain't getting right. Then we got to get you right. So, you know, that's usually what happens there, Skull Eater, at the beginning of the show. Usually when you hear the people screaming, those are people who are full of no behavior, and we got to get them right. So, that is okay. Oh boy. A lot of pale blue in this, but it's supposed to be a school. So I've been watching a lot of Baki. That's Baki and River City Ransom has been my diet for the last couple of days. So, you know, but I have to say, guys, I think this is good for right now. I think I want to let this settle because it's very tacky, and I can't really, it's still a tacky mess. But, this is where this song gets all wonky, and I get tired of hearing it. There we go. That started getting whiny, man. That was like getting on my last nerve. Sound like a hillbilly cat. Sound like a hillbilly cat, if that's such a thing. A hillbilly cat. Yes, my shirt says classically trained. And that is true. Granted, my classic training is over there. It's my Nintendo. I have a NES still. Let's move it over here. There it is. That's my Nintendo. Right there. Not my original. Oh yeah, and then my collection of Nerf guns. See, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. I got Nerf guns. All of that. Functioning Nerf guns. Those are the ammo. Bullets are in there. Those are all Nerf guns. Of course, that's my little pedal thing. So, you know. And here's another thing. If any adult ever tells you, you gotta act your age, then you tell them stop buying pistols and shotguns and going to the shooting range and go fishing and all that other stuff. Thank you. That's been couple of years we've been collecting that. But you know, when people come over, we got board games, and then we like, hey, you want to go in the backyard and shoot? And they're like, shoot, and then we grab the Nerf gun. And see, it's fair because all of them are single shots. They're not like the full. Only I got 2 that are full auto. And let's be real here, I'm an adult. I ain't gonna be spending my damn batteries on a damn toy gun. Get out of here. You think I'm gonna be spending my Duracells on that? Please, Dollar General maybe, but not my Duracells, baby. No way possible. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for being here. I'm so happy that you guys came and we had a good time. If this is your first time being here, definitely hit that subscribe button somewhere. I don't know where it's at. But anyways, become a mad one. Have fun. It don't matter what you look like, what you're into. You know, as long as you are being your true authentic self, and know that you're not the only one out there having trouble. If you're having a hard time in life, we're all doing this. We're all going through it. The only thing that's different is we come in here and we talk. And if you don't like it, then, you know, this ain't the place for you. But if you feel like this might be something for you, then, hey, join us. Be part of it. Like I said, Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays and Sundays, 8 p.m. Central Time. Come here. We'll have fun. We'll have a great time. So, anyways, guys, I'm going to get out of here because I want to chill before I go to bed. And also, I got some other wedding stuff I got to do. That's the reason why I'm stopping this. I got a board. I got to print out some stuff and write and a whole bunch of, and do some more painting on it for the board. But when it's done, I will show you guys Tuesday. Okay? So, love you guys. Be good. Be good at what you do. Appreciate you all. Thank you for being the best part of the show. And I hope you all have a great rest of the week. And if anybody's going to be an asshat to you, give them hell. Anyways, see you guys. Bye.